The classic LA2A 1176 compression combination for vocals. Why do we use it? What's the right order? What are the settings? Let's take a look at it. Hello everyone, welcome back to MixFest TV. Hope you guys are having a great day. Before we start, check the info box down below. You will find the link to download the UAD LA2A compressor for free, valid until October 21st, and that's actually what inspired this video, since this plugin is free for a limited time. I thought it was a good idea to quickly revisit the 1176 LA2A combination for vocals. I'll keep it short, sweet, and simple in this video. If you haven't already, please go and check out the new website mixbusttv.com. In there you will find all the new mix and mastering courses, including the latest start to finish mixing courses on hip-hop and EDM 2023. In there you can also book mixing consultations, private lessons, mix and mastering, and so on. Let's get to the video. The LA2A here is one of the best sounding compressors for vocals, but it's kind of limited in its controls. We got peak reduction, and either compress or limit. Limit usually doesn't sound that great. And what happens when you have a very dynamic vocal like this one is that if you set the peak reduction where the compressor is able to do its job, so compressing for the most part the entire performance, when it hits these tall peaks here, the LA2A used as only compressor will clamp too hard, and because of the nature of this optical compressor, it will also be too slow coming out of compression. This is because of the release curve of the LA2A is not linear, is what we call stomp on the brakes, meaning it starts releasing fast and it slows down as it approaches zero, as it goes back to unity gain and releases compression, which happens to be the complete opposite of the 1176, which starts at a certain speed and it goes faster as it approaches zero. This is why these two compressors work so well together. And let me give you a visual representation of this using RComp, which might look random, but it's not, because RComp was one of the first unofficial emulation of LA2A and 1176 in one plugin. In fact, Opto here emulates the behavior of the LA2A, and the Electro mode instead emulates the behavior of the 1176. And the release curve is pretty accurate. In fact, let me show you. So I'm gonna trigger the compressor on this tall peak here, and I'm not gonna touch the release, which is slow on purpose, so you can see the curve. Check the release curve when I'm in Opto mode. You see how it slows down as it approaches zero? If I put it in Opto without changing the release time, it goes faster as it approaches zero. If we play this track with only the LA2A,
if only I'd have known you were the storm to weather, so before you go,
you hear that in these two moments here, it clamps down a little too much and it's kind of slow coming back. If we add the 1176 before the LA2A, and these are my favorite settings usually, of course every vocal is different, but a fairly fast attack, almost all the way fast release, and I'm making sure that the 1176 only triggers on those tall peaks.
If only I'd have known you were the storm to weather, so before you go.
All right, you notice, especially here, this one is much more reactive. It takes some of the load off the LA2A and it prevents it from clamping down so much. And with the 1176 with fast release, we add color, first of all, and it's also very reactive. Keep your eyes on the gain reduction meter, how it follows this swing here.
Before you go.
Right, that's that double take. It's perfect. And notice that my ratio is not a 4. Now, this is not a rule, but I usually, for this combination, I don't default to 4. Because another thing that many people might not know about the 1176 is, as you change the ratio, the knee also changes and it becomes steeper. In fact, if I keep everything the same and I put the ratio at 4, you will see that the 1176 gets triggered more because the knee is softer.
Was there something I could have said to make your heart beat better? If only I'd have known you were the storm to weather, so.
If I'd go 12.
Was there something I could have said to make your heart beat better? If only I'd have known you were the storm to weather, so.
right? You see, it's much more precise, and for this specific combination, I kind of like higher ratios. Here's another example with an even more dynamic vocal.
I guess I kinda like the way you numbed all the pain. Now the day bleeds into nightfall, and you're not here to get me through it all.
Without the 1176,
Now the day bleeds into nightfall, and you're not here to get me through it all.
all right? A little too slow, it clamps a little too much. With this combination, the compression sounds more natural, the vocals are more steady and dense. Is this still a viable solution for 2023? Yeah, this is still a great combination, especially if you're using plugins. When you push one single compressor in the digital world is when you tend to hear the limits and they start not sounding that great. So this is definitely still a great combination. I hope you liked the video. If you did, please don't forget to leave a like, comment down below, consider using the super thanks to support the channel, go check the new website, stay safe, subscribe if you haven't already, and see you next time.
Hands on my neck.